Anything you want to be.
Yes, Angel. Okay. So much have I forgotten in 10 years. So much in 10 brief years. I have forgot what time the purple apples come to juice, and what month brings the shy forget-me-not. I have forgotten the special, startling season of the flowering and fruiting of particular plants and trees. What time of year the ground doves brown the fields and fill the noonday with their curious fluting. I have forgotten much, but still remember the poinsettia's red, blood red in warm December. I still recall the honey fever grass, but I cannot bring back to mind just when we rooted them out of the penguin path to stop the mad bees in the rabbit pen. I often try to think in what sweet month the languid painted ladies used to dapple the yellow by-road mazing from the main, sweet with the golden threads of the rose apple. I have forgotten. Strange. But quite remember the poinsettia's red, blood red in warm December. What weeks, what months, what time of the mild year we cheated school to have our fling at tops? What days our wine-thrilled bodies pulsed with joy, feasting upon blackberries in the copse? Oh, some I know. I have embalmed the days, even the sacred moments when we played, all innocent of passion, uncorrupt, at noon and evening in the flame heart's shade. We were so happy, happy. I remember beneath the poinsettia's red in warm December.
Merry Christmas to all visiting Jamaicans. I'm gonna come out of the freezer to enjoy born Jamaica. Welcome back to Jamaica. One more time again. Welcome to Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jamaica, boyfriend and girlfriend. Welcome to Jamaica, all the big men. Don't make me have some cake and sorrel. Then we put the on the barrel. See why you're playing for me, daddy, granny, auntie, uncle, husband, baby. Sing along now, welcome home. Jamaica's welcome home. It's Christmas, welcome home. Jamaica's welcome home. It's Christmas. All who's flying from America, I'm happy welcome. I look flying from Canada. I'm happy welcome. I look flying from England. I'm happy welcome. Jamaicans, any which part you come from. I'm happy welcome. I'm biggie welcome. I'm biggie welcome. Y'all like the peace. Make we go back peace. Long time we not see. Make we go down street. Make we man and sing. Make we find the ring. Make we wheel and spin. Fire and sing. Welcome back to Jamaica. One more time again. Welcome to Jamaica. Ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jamaica. Boyfriend and girlfriend. Welcome to Jamaica. All the tourists there, yes. After Christmas in Nazareth, they make you put up the backs on the barrel. See why you bring the mommy, daddy, granny. Sing along now. Welcome home. Jamaicans, welcome home. It's Christmas, welcome home. Jamaicans, welcome home. It's Christmas. Are you coming from London? I'm happy welcome. Birmingham and Brixton. I'm happy
Yeah, just want to confirm. Chris.
Merry Christmas.
On this Saturday, the 9th of December 2023, we greet you well, wherever in the world you are listening to us right now on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. This is the program that has been created to celebrate, salute, showcase, and highlight the work of Jamaicans at home and abroad in service to Jamaica and Jamaicans. Looking forward to your usual participation. Of course, we welcome your messages or text line, same as the WhatsApp number, 876 365 3346, 876 365 3346. You can also call 876-922-4112-5, 876-922-4112-5. Text line, same as the WhatsApp number, as we said, 876-365-3346. We want to start, as usual, by giving you, our faithful listeners at home and abroad, an idea of what's making the news in Jamaica as you seek to keep yourselves updated on these matters. Let's go to today's Gleaner. U.S. yanks visa waiver for top tourism execs after Cuba transit. Let's see what this is about now. A number of expatriates holding European, British, and Australian citizenship had their visa waivers cancelled by the United States this week after in-transiting via Cuba en route to Jamaica. The Electronic System for Travel Authorization, ESTA, visa waiver program, which is administered by the US government, allows eligible travelers from certain countries to visit the US for business or tourism for up to 90 days without obtaining a visa. ESTA is renewable every 2 years and costs $25 per applicant. However, visiting Cuba with an ESTA results in an automatic cancellation. If an ESTA has already been approved and it is later determined that the traveler has been present in Cuba and or is a dual national of a visa waiver program country and Cuba, which has been designated by the United States as a state sponsor of terrorism. Ouch. Oh dear. The traveler's ESTA will be revoked in accordance with US law, a US Embassy spokesperson explained to the Gleaner on Friday. So that's one for the team at Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade and related agencies, departments, ministries. Trek of death, farmer gets life after walking miles to kill woman in apparent love triangle. Oh dear. Terribly sorry to hear that. Less red tape, more red carpet. Webby wants smoother procurement process, more support for local producers. Turning the pages of the Gleaner, farmer overjoyed as coconut farm rebounds. And there's a picture of entomologist Dion Clark Harris, the Caribbean Research and Development Institute representative in Jamaica, and Desrena Delancey, coconut technician at Cardi, looking on as Donovan Price, agronomist at Newport Firsan Jamaica Limited, leads Devon Fuller through the steps of fertilization application in a sensitization session in Wilmington, St. Thomas on Tuesday. And there are pictures, additional pictures. Cardi basks in fruits of 49 years of work in agricultural sector. And Dion Clark Harris, Cardi representative in Jamaica, is pictured in this story as well. Car Jarrett wants greater use of CCTV in Mobay crime fight. Developer Mark Car Jarrett is calling for an expansion of the CCTV network in the second city, hoping that successes in the identification of a murder suspect within 48 hours and his eventual conviction can be replicated to put a damper on crime in Montego Bay. 27-year-old Roshan Bulgin was identified as the perpetrator. We'll come back to that in a moment.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
6:15 in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 11:15 a.m. in London, England.
Hardware shoppers, Stewart's Hardware is at it again. On Monday, December 11th and Tuesday, December 12th, enjoy 2 whole days of super savings, huge discounts, and more. Plus, you don't have to come in store. Simply request a quote from our website at stewartshardware.com or send us a message on WhatsApp, Facebook, or Instagram with your order, name, and contact contact information, and we will process your order during the sale days. We're always giving the best value. At Stewart's Hardware, the customer comes first. Are you coming from London? I'm happy welcome. Birmingham and Brixton. I'm happy welcome. If you're flying from Florida, I'm happy welcome. Washington, New York, Atlanta.
Thank you for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides. Well, yeah, the story of Jamaica and Jamaicans at home and abroad. The Jamaican Diaspora live online here on Power 106 FM. And we're taking you through the Gleaner. So Car Jarrett wants greater use of CCTV in Mobe crime fight. Regional lawyers entreat government to adopt CCJ as ultimate arbiter. Councillors lament uphill task impacting students with paltry numbers. And turning the pages, the Good Heart section of today's Gleaner. Looks like a check, a symbolic check, being handed over by Red Stripe to Bernice McLean, the sum of $100,000. And the story is Bernice McLean, an everyday hero of Spanish Town, receives Red Stripe's So We Do It Everyday Hero Award. Below that, House of Miracles Apostolic Church gives back this holiday season. And that's encouraging news. Between holiday parties, family obligations, and the pressure of finding the perfect gift, this time of year can go by in a flash. However, during the holiday season, we're often reminded that it is important to give back. The House of Miracles Apostolic Church Outreach and Care Department is giving back to the less fortunate this holiday season. Ramon Barracks, an elder of the church, emphasizes that the church family recognizes the importance of assisting those in need and providing support during this festive time. And there's a picture of members of House of Miracles Apostolic Church. 35 new Jamaican citizens sworn in at New York Consulate. 6 receive CG Heritage Award. So this is the diaspora page of today's Gleaner now. Some 35 new Jamaican citizens, including a 1-year-old, were sworn in last Thursday at the Jamaican Consulate in Manhattan, New York. At the same function, 6 persons from the Jamaican community were presented with the Consul General's Heritage Award. Tanya Kinsella, the highest-ranking woman in the New York Police Department, with a rank of First Deputy Police Commissioner, and whose father is Jamaican, was among those who were presented with the Consul General's Heritage Award last Thursday. The other awardees are Dr. Trevor Dixon, head of Jaja Foundation, Jamaicans Abroad, Helping Jamaicans at Home, which is a foundation that undertakes medical missions to Jamaica. Another recipient is Dr. Roy Street, head of Overseas International Development, OID. Valerie Bailey, attorney at law. Dr. Camelia Lawrence, and journalist Lester Hines. The majority of the new Jamaican citizens were presented with citizenship certificates as well as their Jamaican passports at the swearing ceremony. The others are to be presented with their passports at a later date. Consul General Alcyon Wilson, in welcoming the new Jamaican citizens, urged them to make good use of their citizenship by giving back to Jamaica. And you can read on Going down the page now. Federal judge poised to prohibit separating migrant families at U.S. border for 8 years. And today is International Anti-Corruption Day. There's a joint statement by the Embassy of the United States and the British High Commission in St. Andrew on International Anti-Corruption Day. Today, we celebrate International Anti-Corruption Day. The United States and the United Kingdom are pleased to partner with Jamaica and all our friends around the world to combat corruption, promote transparency, and strengthen good governance. An important part of our partnership with Jamaica, its government, including the political opposition and judiciary, civil society groups, media, and all concerned, is built around bolstering anti-corruption entities to ensure public trust and confidence in government institutions. And there are pictures of the U.S. ambassador of the U.S. Ambassador to Jamaica, Ambassador Perry, and he is pictured along with, so that's U.S. Ambassador Nick Perry, and he's pictured alongside British High Commissioner Judith Slater. Turning the pages, the letter of the day, Jesus is God's gift of salvation. The cartoon in 2 frames. In frame 1, someone labeled Warmington with a huge bell around his neck and cap turned the other way. Look how many times me utter crude remarks and not even a little reprimand. That's in frame 1. In frame 2, Warmington is supposedly saying, Puss and dog now have the same luck. And there's the image of an individual labeled ISAT, as in Isaac Buchanan, with both legs in cast. 2 years suspension is the label on the cast. And the newspaper on the ground reads, Isaac handed 2 years suspension by the GLC, and that's the General Legal Council. End cycle of advantage Britain, disadvantage Jamaica. That's a letter to the editor. The Gleaner's editorial today is Making Jamaica Safe Again. Other letters to the editor, declining respect for the dead, grieving families. Speaking of which, we noted yesterday passing along Spanish Town Road the work being done to clean up Maypen Cemetery. If only that could become a structured act over time, just as how you would maintain any other property. How about maintaining Maypen Cemetery as opposed to fixing it up once a year, generally speaking. Fair sentence for Isaac Buchanan is another letter to the editor. This one from Frank Manboard, president of Jamaica United Local Government Representatives Association. Donny inspired Shea Hope. That's another letter to the editor. Tony Dale's column this week, One Caribbean, yes, no, or neither. And there's a picture of Nicolas Maduro, the Venezuelan president. Let's see the other stories quickly. A Safe Jamaica from Immaturity to Maturity. That's contributed by Ethan Lowe. Give you a bit of it. Jamaica has the highest murder rate in the Caribbean and is ranked 10th in the world. With this murder rate, wouldn't be surprised if Jamaica is also one of the most undisciplined countries in the world. Sexual and domestic violence, half-crazed, death-defying taxi drivers on the roads, ear-splitting noise, laughingly called music in our homes from boomboxes at 2 a.m. I had to call the police. Jostling, pushing, breaking lines in public places, obscene languages, and physical conflicts among students, teachers, and parents in schools, and showing up late and chronic absenteeism at the workplace. Is there any hope for Jamaica? Will Jamaica ever be a safe and civilized country? Perhaps not in my lifetime. Until this country adopted a mental, emotional, and social maturity, this is highly unlikely. We need to change the mindset of future generations. And the article goes on. This is written by Ethan Lowe, Ethon Lowe. JHTA urges hotel owners, managers to allow employees to exercise civic duties. The Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association, JHTA, says it was not aware that employees in the hospitality sector were not responding favorably to civic responsibilities such as jury duty. Speaking with the Gleaner, Robin Russell, president of the JHTA, said, jury duty was a civic responsibility that everyone should participate in because there is no justice without jurors where their services are required. And you can read on for more on that story. RADA CEO outlines factors that may affect supplies for Christmas. RADA is the Rural Agricultural Development Authority. And there's a picture of Winston Simpson, Chief Executive Officer of the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA. Tufton wants to see mindset change towards mental health. That's another story making the news in today's Gleaner. The international section of the Gleaner, Bahamas prepares to deploy troops in Haiti. Sunak under fire for $240 million asylum deal with Rwanda. Sunak here is Rishi Sunak, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Rowley tells opposition to shut up on Guyana, Venezuela border dispute. Dominica police probe killing of wealthy Canadian couple. That's another story making the news. There are lots of classified ads, lots of vacancies, sales of vehicles, and other items. And there are the obituaries as well. JTB honors 50 top travel specialists. That's another story in today's Gleaner. In a dazzling celebration of excellence, the Jamaica Tourist Board, JTB, honored the 50 top producing travel specialists at the prestigious One Love Affair Awards ceremony Tuesday evening. It's quite colorful. You should see the picture. Very nice. And the Gleaner is advertising, give the gift that inspires. Buy the 3-book bundle and bring hope, togetherness, and delight to your family and friends this holiday. More in a moment.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
6:30 in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 1:30 p.m. in Kyiv, Ukraine.
Contractors, developers, and small builders. Coast to Coast Quarries, Coast to Coast Concrete, and Coast to Coast Enterprise. Take this opportunity to say thanks for your business throughout the year. Join us as Coast to Coast Quarries celebrates this Christmas by offering 10% discount on all size stones from November 15, 2023 to January 15, 2024. We promise to continue to provide quality products in the coming year. Coast to Coast Group of Companies. We deliver. It's the season of good cheer. The management and staff of Wellington Dental wish for their faithful customers a peaceful and safe holiday season as they continue to help you maintain a healthy and beautiful smile. Call 876-984-5482.
Just try them and see.
876-749-3515 or 876-413-3691. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, one and all. It's Christmas, welcome. Jamaica, it's Christmas. All who coming from London.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. We were telling you about those books on sale published by the Gleaner. Jamaican Women of Distinction, Best in Class, Candid Essays by Top Students, and Best of Jamaica. So you can check them out. Best of Jamaica for $4,000. Best in Class, Candid Essays by Top Students, $2,800. And RGR Gleaner Communications Group, Jamaican Women of Distinction, Holding Up More Than Half the Sky by Delia Bean, I think it is. Right. All right, let's continue. Mona are Manning Cup champions. Clarendon Kingpins hunt Da Costa Cup. JC lift 4th Walker Cup title. Paul Grimson eyeing Copa America last 8. Froome McGraw clash in Ben Francis knockout final. McConnell satisfied with Extreme E rookie season. Stunning Hussein hat-trick puts Pollard's strikers in final. Windies upbeat ahead of ODI series decider. Da Silva hits 110, but Windies A go down in last test. Hat-trick of monthly awards for Manchester United. There are the usual cartoons, crossword puzzles, jumble, and you can check those out. The entertainment section of the Gleaner, Grange sad at passing of veteran entertainment lawyer Kendall Minter. Condolences. And lots of fashion photos as well. Zane Harrison strikes the balance to score big is another of the stories in the Gleaner. Claudine Allen, general manager of JN Foundation, is pictured presenting Zane Harrison with a certificate at the 40th JN Scholarship Awards ceremony at the Summit, formerly Knutsford Court Hotel in New Kingston in November. JPS hosts mentorship workshops to relaunch Power Up Energy Club. Lots of pictures of people doing good, pictures of the news or the news in pictures. The usual government procurement pages are included in the package of the Gleaner as well. So you can either get your physical copy or download your Saturday edition of the cleaner. How about that? All right, let's quickly go through now the diaspora events. Let's see if we can do that as we get a little closer to quite a few interviews coming up, an opportunity to get some updates. When Angelia Christian calls, we have to respond because we don't ever want to be the one holding up the process, so to speak. And she has a lot to share, and she has invited her colleagues to join in. So that's coming up in just a little while. In the meantime, though, we are going to just take a quick look at some of the community events. It's been quite busy in the diaspora over the last few days. So this one from these are from Canada, a couple of the Canada events. The Caribbean Canadian Seniors Group hosting their Niagara Falls View Casino Festival of Lights bus trip. And that is scheduled for today, Saturday, the 9th of December. Also, there is the Feed the Need program in efforts to add those affected by mental illness. And this is put on by Essence of Mind. And you can drop off your non-perishable food items on their drive-through dates. The second, that went. The third went. The next one is today, the 9th, from 1 to 3:30 p.m. So Feed the Need. It's an invitation to help support the annual food bank. So you see, Jamaicans in the diaspora are not only raising funds and shipping items for the sole benefit of Jamaicans at home. They also do this work for other communities in the diaspora. Friday, December 22nd at 9:30 p.m., Classic Fridays, exclusive night for good vibes with music, food, and drinks featuring the best of golden music. Lovers rock, soul, R&B, jazz, and more. Featuring Queen Banton, Logies International, DJ Henry, and Sir D. Admission $20. Free soup, door prize, food and drink on sale, proceeds toward youth outreach in Jamaica. Scott Hill Caribbean Cuisine is the venue, 1943 Avenue Road, Toronto. And that's another event. Feed the Future. Make a tax-deductible donation to help us end campus hunger among Jamaican university students. And this is being done by Food for the Poor Canada. Food for the Poor Canada. And there's a picture of a UWI graduate on that flyer, encouraging us to donate now. Also, the Friends of the Jamaican Canadian Association hosting their elegant New Year's Eve affair Sunday, the 31st of December at the Jamaican Canadian Centre, 995 Arrow Road in Toronto. Admission $50, $40 in advance, $45 at the door. Doors open at 7 in the evening. Music by DJ Funky and DJ Corey. Queen Banton will be hosting, and there'll be a performance by J Harmony. Proceeds in aid of the Jamaican Canadian Association Scholarship Program. And still with other events coming up, West Toronto Church of God Music and Worship Arts Ministry, Nadine Blair and Perpetual Sounds of Praise will be a part of it. Pour It Out is the theme, Monday, the 1st of January, 2024. And we're being encouraged to save the date. EFCCC and TD presenting MLK Connects Us 2024. Save the date. Breaking Barriers, Continuing the Journey, Canada Christian College, 300 Water Street, Whitby, Ontario. And it will be televised by Rogers TV. And they're marking this initiative is celebrating 25 years. 25 years. And so the event is happening on the 13th of January, Saturday the 13th of January. And what else do we have here? In collaboration with Happy Moments Ontario, RPMI, bringing us Encounter Purpose 2024, January 27th. And that's at West Toronto Church of God, 1655 Wilson Avenue in Toronto, Canada. The International Junkunoo Festival of Tourism and Culture is also scheduled, but that's later in the year. That's May 2024. The Haile Selassie High School Alumni Association Reunion, Canada and USA edition, 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. under the distinguished patronage of R. Oliver Mayer. Dinner, music, prizes, open bar, 6 to 8 p.m. Saturday, the 20th of July, 2024, Gold Coast Ballroom and Event Center. And so those are some of the events happening in Canada. Let's take a look at the weekend and beyond in Florida. What do we have here? The city of Miramar invites you to the 3rd annual Miramar International Art and Fashion Weekend, featuring art exhibits, fashion shows, and pop-up shops with local vendors. Saturday, December 9th, that's today, and tomorrow, Sunday, the 10th of December. And it's put on by the city of Miramar in Florida. There's another piece here, Transforming Communities Through Art, Art of Transformation, happening up to the 10th. Started on the 2nd, will run until the 10th. Miami Art Week 2023, Opelika in Florida, and Africa Global Contemporary Art from Africa and the African Diaspora. Afro-Carib Festival, Miramar. Already the date is out. Saturday, the 17th of February, 2024, Miramar Regional Park Amphitheater. So that is Florida. Let's go to New York and see what we find in terms of those events. And let's see. All right, this one needs updating. I think they have up to mid-November. Let's take the break and come back.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
15 minutes to 7 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 7:45 a.m. in Hamilton, Bermuda.
Here is a financial literacy tip from your friends at Power 106 FM. Save for retirement now. No matter how young you are, plan for your retirement now. With the power of compound interest, when you start saving in your 20s, you will earn interest not only on the principal you deposit, but also on the interest you earn over time. And you will have what you need to retire someday. Company-sponsored retirement plans are a great choice. Not only do you get to put in pre-tax dollars, but many companies will also match part of your contribution, which is free money. If you don't start early, you may end up needing to work much longer to catch up on your retirement savings.
I know flying from America, all hearty welcome. I know flying from Canada, all hearty welcome. I know flying from England, all hearty welcome. Jamaicans, English, party come from, all hearty welcome. I beg you welcome, I beg you welcome. Welcome. Welcome, y'all you make this. Welcome, make we have a practice. Welcome, long time in the sea. Welcome, make we go and spree. Welcome, make we understand. Welcome, make we find one new. Welcome, make we wheel and spin. Welcome, fat y'all and something. Welcome.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, the Jamaican Diaspora, live online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. Coming up in a few minutes' time, we're going to be featuring the work of the Angel Foundation UKJA. Apparently, there are some new developments and a couple of schools, more than a couple of schools to benefit. And we're going to be looking at the ways in which the Angel Foundation has been supporting education in Jamaica. So that is coming up. A little later on, we're going to be featuring another outstanding Jamaican woman, and you'll stick around for that, and we'll keep it going. In the meantime, though, let's say hi to Rosemary Booth. She says, good morning from cool South Florida. Welcome, Rosemary Booth. Good to have you online. Angela in Toronto, Canada says, good morning, all. Judith Oliver Wolf says, good morning, sunshine people. Enough love. Enough love to you too, Judith Oliver Wolf. And Rosemary Booth says, good morning from cool South Florida. Violet White says, good morning, Dervan and the listening audience. Hope you have a wonderful day and weekend. Thank you very much. And we wish for you the very same. As we continue with more here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. And let's see, a bit of information here. Oh, let's go up a little further. Also making the news across the diaspora, government focused on peace and productivity. Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, says the government is focused on putting Jamaica on a path to peace and increased productivity, which are key ingredients for the country's continued economic growth and independence. He noted that the economic program is going well, but for it to be sustained, the country has to transition to another level where we deal with the issue of violence, which is destroying our peace, and then improve our productivity. So that's another of the stories. Here is one more. Canadian government awards $19.5 million to organizations supporting vulnerable Jamaicans. The capacity of 3 local organizations that work with vulnerable communities has been bolstered by the Canadian government through its Local Engagement and Action Fund, LEAF, grant funding totaling 170,467 Canadian dollars, which is approximately 19.5 million Jamaican dollars, has been awarded to the Jamaica Association for the Deaf, Bureau of Gender Affairs, and Clarendon Parish Development Committee Benevolent Society. And for those interested in developments in the field of agriculture, farmers encouraged to download and use new RADA mobile app. City and Guilds engineering program to be expanded into high schools here in Jamaica. The collaboration, the City and Guilds engineering program will be expanded into secondary schools to give students an early introduction to the field. The collaboration involving the International Training Institute, the Ministry of Education and Youth, and the Overseas Examinations Commission aims to provide an opportunity for students to acquire the requisite academic skills for entry into higher education programs in the engineering field. Just going through, there are a couple other bits of information that we wanted to share as well. Let's see. This is a group in Philadelphia. They call themselves Young Caribbean Professional Network. And for those of you in Philadelphia, you're invited to join Young Caribbean Professional Network today or this evening from 6 to 10 for a festive celebration at the Philadelphia Ethical Society. And we're all encouraged to get tickets for the Young Caribbean Professionals Network holiday party, which happens this evening, the 9th, from 6 to 10. And it's at the Ethical Society, 1906 Rittenhouse Square, Philadelphia. And there's a link for tickets in the bio. Another one here. Oh, they're saying, so we ask that you please bring a non-perishable food item or clothing for a child. These will be donated to those in need. I'm not sure the extent to which we do a lot of this in Jamaica, but it will make a positive impact on Jamaica the more we are able to share however little we have with each other. At least that will serve to lighten the load of our fellow citizens. How about that? Yeah, how about that? Give it a try. And let us do what we can for whomever we can, while we can. And let's go to this one here now. Somebody is, who is this? David. This is in response to what David Crosburn shared within the last few days. I have tried to call you on this matter without success. Mr. David Crosburn calls your program and others quite regularly about matters of history. He was on your program this week. I have found that Mr. Crosburn's information is quite often inaccurate or cannot be verified. Mr. Crosburn, I'm told, worked in the sugar industry for many years. He has written a book on the history of sugar. I actually have a copy. On other matters, his information given needs to be fact-checked. Please note the following. 1. The United Nations to date has not formally addressed the matter of claims for historical reparations for transatlantic slavery. This can be checked online at the UN sites and with UN sources. 2. The Brattle Report on quantification of reparation payments was prepared by the Brattle Group, a private international consulting firm, and not by the UN. The Brattle Report was presented by Justice Patrick Robinson some time ago. It is possible that the regional reparations commissions and other employed the Brattle Group to prepare this study. This can also be verified online. 3. No information can so far be found to verify that Jamaica paid £60,000 to Britain from 1919 to 1959 for war damages. Mr. Crosburn should be requested to provide his source of this information. There's also no evidence, this is number 4, there's also no evidence that Runaway Bay had anything to do with the landing of the British in Jamaica in 1655, and that its name is associated with this event. There is an unfortunate development in Jamaica in recent times in which the country's history has become littered with myths and false information provided through the media by men such as David Crosburn and Shalman Scott. When fact-checked, their information is found to be false or sources cannot be verified. The story that Sabina Park was named for a slave woman seems to have been invented by Mr. Shalman Scott. After hearing Mr. Crosburn on your program this week, I decided to contact you. Yours sincerely, Marcia Thomas. For information, I'm a member of the Jamaica Historical Society. Thank you very much, Marcia Thomas, for taking the trouble to go through and to point out these factors. We look forward to speaking with David Crosburn in the coming week on these matters. But we went with it today just in case there are those who would normally listen during the week are in fact listening today, then they too can get that update. And we thank Marcia for her work in that regard. Let's see. I think we have one more. This one. CARICOM heads meet, and that was yesterday, to discuss Guyana-Venezuela territorial dispute. This was on Thursday, in fact. On Thursday, it was reported that they would be meeting on Friday. CARICOM heads meet Friday to discuss Guyana-Venezuela territorial dispute. And the Prime Minister was informed that he would be attending the meeting. Said the government firmly believes in the principles of sovereignty and the territorial integrity of countries. All right, so coming up right after the break, it will be time for us to once again feature the work of the Angel Foundation UKJA, led by Angelia Christian. And we are also going to be speaking with a celebrity who is scheduled, will be coming to Jamaica pretty soon. There's more after the break.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
7 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 3 a.m. in Anchorage, Alaska.
Get Ready for stories to motivate and inspire? Every Sunday at 4 p.m., our 106 FM is delighted to bring you the program Rise and Shine with Phyllis, hosted by author and ordained minister of New Thought Christianity, Reverend Dr. Phyllis Green. Hear the tales of powerful Jamaicans at home and abroad from to Rise and Shine with Phyllis with Reverend Dr. Phyllis Green, Sundays 4 to 5 p.m. live on Power 106 FM and the Power 106 FM app. Rise and shine, bring your light, rise and shine, rise and shine. Power 106 FM, the digital sound, now reaching you in more ways. Listen to us on 106.1 to 106.9 on the FM band. You can also listen to us on the Power 106 FM app, which you can download on the Google Play Store or the App Store. Plus, listen to us on onespotmedia.com and the One Spot Media app, or log on to go-jamaica.com. Power 106 FM, where all views can contend, giving you powerful talk radio in so many ways, on air and online.
Make the wheel and sing. Merry Christmas to all visiting Jamaica. If you have to come out to the freezer to enjoy one Jamaica. Welcome back to Jamaica. One more time again. Welcome to Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jamaica, boyfriend and girlfriend. Welcome to Jamaica, all the picnic. Don't make me have some cake and sorrel, then we cook it on the grill. Mommy, daddy, granny, auntie, uncle, granny, picnic. Sing along now, welcome home. Jamaicans, welcome home. It's Christmas, welcome home. Jamaicans, welcome home. It's Christmas. All you flying from America, all hearty welcome. All you flying from Canada, all hearty welcome. All you flying from England, all hearty welcome. Jamaicans, English, party,
Uh-oh. Mhm. And what kind of year has it been, would you say, for the team at the High Commission in terms of duties and related responsibilities? Mhm. Mhm. Ah, that sounds like you've been quite busy and you're still busy. Mhm. Yes, IMO, that's the International Maritime Organization. Yes, very good. And if you could sum up the state of the Jamaican community, in collective community in the United Kingdom, what would you say? Mhm. Yes. Well, we want to thank you very much for spending some time with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. And we just want to thank you and the entire team at the High Commission for your service and your duty to country at home and abroad. Well done. Thank you very much. And all the very best. Thank you. Take care. And just before we take the break and come back with our other guests, we have Leighton Smith, who is waiting in the wings, as we say in the theater, and Ricardo Ross is also standing by as we learn more of the developments that have happened and those to come as far as the work of the Angel Foundation UKJA is concerned. Let's take the break and come back with more in just a moment. 15 minutes past 7 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 3:15 p.m. in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. What is this?
At the Monarch Pharmacy Shopping Center, the Music Mart South Avenue, and in the Kingston College Bookshop.
From Florida, hearty welcome. Washington, New York, Atlanta, hearty welcome. Connecticut, Boston, Philadelphia, hearty welcome. Toronto, Winnipeg, Vancouver, hearty welcome. Yes, we're glad you won't left this visa, hearty welcome. To Irie, Jamaica,
We're not throwing words at all. We're just saying good morning and welcome to the CEO of VM Finance Limited and Overseas Offices, Mr. Leighton Smith in London. Good morning, sir. Still morning? No, afternoon.
Yeah, just a little bit bad. How are you?
How are you? We trust you are keeping warm.
I am keeping warm. It is a rainy morning in London, and it continues to rain as well. Oh, the sun is out. I'll tell you. Talk about the weather.
Yes, indeed.
It's good to be here with you. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Good to talk with you and catch up with you with respect to the support that you continue to give organizations like the Angel Foundation UKJA and related matters. So, how has it been since the last time we featured the work of the Angel Foundation UKJA? Angel still keeping you busy?
Still keeping us busy. In fact, the last time we spoke, you were actually here at attending one of the events, and I listened to the Deputy High Commissioner share, so much of what Angel continues to do. It's hard sometimes to keep up with what it is that she's doing. But as the deputy shared, Angel and her team, they are results driven and focused. And as such, what you find is that she is called upon when one who hears what she has done. She's often called upon. So, it is always good when someone is able to bring your attention to the needs of schools or any need for that matter, whether it be in health, whether it be in education within our country that affords corporate entities like ourselves to demonstrate, or support. And it's even more so when it is that you are overseas. As you know, Dervan, there are 3 or 4 of us as Jamaican entities that are here in the UK and that are very active within the diaspora for that matter. And when we are called upon in whatever way we can to demonstrate that support, it's an opportunity for us to really prove to our Jamaicans at home, and especially those abroad, that we're in the business of support, and as we say in being transform lives. deputy shared with you about the citizenship ceremony that they're about to host. We are the main sponsors of that ceremony. We have been since it has been incorporated. She shared about the diaspora conferences. There was one last week that we were sponsored for. Again, that diaspora conference was in Paris, and again we were able to support. As you know, we have offices here in the United Kingdom, offices in the United States as well, and we do business development activities in Canada. So it's funny, we have been in the UK since the early 1980s, but this year we celebrate not only 145 years of VM's existence, but 15 years in Florida, 5 years in New York, and also we have a business line known as specialized lending in the UK, and this year we celebrate 5 years in doing that. So we have made our mark in the diaspora. So how much more so in demonstrating our philanthropic efforts by supporting organizations such as the Angel Foundation, UKJA, and giving back.
Yes. And has there been any change in terms of the nature and scope of the initiatives or projects that you seek to support within the VM group?
Well, as you know, we do have a foundation, and a lot of through the VM Foundation in Jamaica, we focus on early childhood education. But of course, what we are able to do through the representative offices is bring to the fore quite a few organizations similar to that of Angel, whether it is a little fundraising activities or they are charities within the respective jurisdictions, to collaborate their efforts with the VM Foundation to see what can be done and how we can streamline giving back. So other than education, as you're aware, because I also applaud your efforts in bringing to the wider public the needs of not only areas in Jamaica, but also how it is that many Jamaicans want to give back. You have concerns or charities who want to give back in health, for example. You have persons who want to, similar to Angel, give back in education. And Angel has created a niche for herself in building these IT suites and giving back. And as Deputy made mention, she has done so when it comes like 20 schools. But in education, some even have, as Angel has done, answering education itself. So we continue to see many coming back, teaching individuals, for example, how to provide care for older ones in society. There's so many things that will come across our desk, but what we always do is ensure that we do the necessary due diligence that is critical and that is key, and also ensure that being a conduit for the passing of information and also the sharing of resources. And those resources, again, could be information based, it could be talent based or skill set based, or even just simply bringing the right person to the table to ensure that the work of many Jamaicans in the diaspora continues when it comes to charitable and philanthropic efforts.
And with all of that, you still have to focus on your work, your duties.
Exactly. So, I think we're doing something well. I won't blow my own horn, but I'm still in the role. As I said to you earlier, we're celebrating 145 years, and in 2023, and come 2024, we will be doing much more. Our focus is, making sure that we connect with our people, and we're encouraging the idea of growth. David has always been critical when it comes to being able to achieve more. We know the saying, one cocoa full basket. I mean, it's always good when you're standing there and the one cocoa and everybody finishes the same. So we at CM believe in the idea of encouraging growth from, as you know, with our school savings program in schools, and that continues right throughout life. We have done a lot from a technology technological and digital standpoint. We're bringing a lot to the market coming 2024. A lot of plans are in place. Some things I can't say now, but I would just say watch this space. But at all times, the basis of what we're able to do starts with saving. So anyone in the diaspora, anyone listening at home in Jamaica, if you don't have your savings account with VM yet, go and open one. If it is that you have one and you have used it for a little while, go and reactivate it. Good things are destined to come. So.
That's something that I don't know if it's unique to VM, but this situation where I can always come back to VM if I have been away for however long. If my account is dormant, you still have me on the roll at VM. Is that so?
That's so. That's so. One of the things that has happened is that, a lot of times you hear persons talk about dormancies and the issues with that. What you can do is that you can go to VM. You can give your name. You will see many persons with videos many videos we have shared, for example, of persons saying, I didn't think I had an account, but when I went back, I was like, they had an account of my records from the time when I attended a school, but then the primary prep basic, your record is there. So it's a matter of going in, reactivating your record with us, reactivating your dormant account, and actually putting down, funds towards the goals that we have. The common thing about all of us is that we have life goals, whether it's want to own a car, own a home, whether it is that we're going to invest for retirement. And within VM, the group of companies that are listening know what we have been able to successfully do is to take our members on a journey. And, one of the things in terms of transforming lives is to helping our members achieve those life goals. So whatever step of the journey you're going to be on, there is a product, there is a service, there is a company within the group that can definitely assist you to do so.
Mm-hmm. And as we wrap, in terms of a memory, something that has happened in 2023 that you will always remember and associate it with 2023 as far as VM Group is concerned?
What I always remember is we did a restructuring exercise. So that restructuring exercise, we're proud of what we have been able to accomplish for VM. It was a landmark change that happened in February 2023. Many persons, when you talk to them about VM, you talk about the building society. And the building society no longer was a parent for all the entities within the group. So we established the VM Group in 2023. And in establishing the VM Group, that is the landmark for a Jamaican-owned 145-year institution. And within the group itself, we established two arms, a financial group and a non-financial group arm. And there are several companies now within the group that are doing great things for Jamaica and Jamaican landmarks in the diaspora.
And
so
what's
visit our website, myvmgroup.com, and you'll see what is happening.
All right, I just had one more in terms of your outlook for 2024. In a couple of sentences. Well, as best as you can.
It is well wishes for everyone. Health and strength. That's always important, and that is critical. As our nation seeks to grow and to continue to do well, my hope is that the reality is we rely much more on each other. We celebrate the wins and we support each other. It sounds cliche. It says be kind to each other, be kind to ourselves and each other. And that's something that is needed more so. When you step outside of Jamaica and you look at the world, there's a saying,
yes.
I'm not saying we have lost anything outside of Jamaica, but you appreciate things so much more than our home. And as such, it is my genuine hope that, as we grow, particularly where the needs of the diaspora are spoke about it, that the diaspora gives back. And it's how we will be able to do that collectively as as a group.
Sorry,
Yeah,
one moment. Let's just take a quick break and come back. One moment, please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
7:30 in the morning here at Broadcast House 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 12:30 p.m. in London, England.
For your home and garden decorations this Christmas, get premium interior and exterior plants and gardening supplies from Evergreen Garden Center. They have available red lipstick, bamboo and areca palms, black ZZ plants, poinsettias, blooming and non-blooming orchids. Also get decorative plastic and ceramic pots. Visit 12 South Avenue or call 876-906-9916. Evergreen Garden Center. When you want it to grow, call the pro.
Hardware shoppers, Stewart's Hardware is at it again. On Monday, December 11th and Tuesday, December 12th, enjoy 2 whole days of super savings, huge discounts, and more. Plus, you don't have to come in store. Simply request a quote from our website at stewartshardware.com or send us a message on WhatsApp, Facebook, or Instagram with your order, name, and contact information, and we will process your order during the sale days. We're always giving the best value. At Stewart's Hardware, the customer comes first.
It's Christmas.
Leighton Smith is VM CEO of VM Finance Limited and overseas offices. He's based in London, and he has been giving us his perspective on philanthropic efforts of the Angel Foundation UKJA and related matters, and of course, naturally, looking at one of the major supporters of the Angel Foundation UKJA, the VM Group. I'll give you the opportunity, Leighton Smith, just to complete what you were saying just before the break, as we get ready to move to another of our guests this morning.
Yes, thank you so much. So let me just tie it up nicely. What I wish for everyone in 2024, health, strength, for those who are seeking the wealth that they're looking for. That's it. So, thank you so much.
Okay, yeah, that one left me speechless. Well done. Thank you very much, as usual. It's always a pleasure to speak with you, Leighton Smith. Well done. All the best for 2024 and beyond. And we'll talk again soon.
Dervan, all the best to you and your listeners as well. Always a pleasure.
Likewise. Thank you. Take care. Leighton Smith, CEO of VM Finance Limited and overseas offices based in London, speaking with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. And we have a very patient Ricardo Ross, assuming he's still on the line. He's been very patient. Oh, goodness. We'll have to crown him Job. Goodness. Well done, Ricardo Ross, for holding so long in while we had the other interviews. Thank you very much. Good morning. How are you?
I am blessed, Sir Malcolm, and good morning to you and your team as well. God has been good.
Amen. Now we've been hearing a lot of good things about your institution, Greater Portmore High School. Can you, for the benefit of those who perhaps didn't know of a Greater Portmore High School when they lived in Jamaica, give us a bit of the background, please?
Okay, so Greater Portmore High School is one of the public co-educational institutions fully owned by the government of Jamaica. It is located in West Lower West Henderson Boulevard in Greater Portmore. It opened its door to educational services September 4, 1995. And it was then categorized as a comprehensive high school
facilitating service to just about 800 students, and 26 teachers would have been engaged at the time. Since then, the Greater Portmore High School would have grown to facilitating approximately 1,200 students as we speak, with over 90 academic staff members and over 30 support staff. We embrace the mission of providing our students through a time-honored and flexible curriculum, a highly trained academic, administrative, and support personnel to develop students' individual talent and to ensure that as they go into the society, as we would oftentimes say to them, we're not preparing them to go and fit in, but we're preparing them to go and stand out.
Mm-hmm.
And so we ensure that our students are exposed to all the external examinations, such as CSEC, City and Guilds, and BQJ examinations.
Mm-hmm.
And we participate in all major sporting events, and we also have our students traveling overseas, participating in pen relays, and we're very much on the scene, and we continue to provide quality education to those entrusted in our care.
Amen. Now, with respect to the growth of the institution, has that, to what extent are there implications for that growth? In other words, is that growth that can and is being facilitated and accommodated, or the kind of growth that causes you to have to make certain decisions which might not be necessarily in the best interest of the good running of the institution?
Well, as it is now, our mandate and based on our school improvement plan is to, as much as possible, maintain where we are now in terms of the numbers, because we would have approached the Ministry of Education to provide us with additional space. And since taking office at Greater Portmore High School in 2016, we would have received from the Ministry of Education 2 additional classrooms.
Okay.
And so this in and by itself will now help us to maintain the existing. Is there need for additional space? Yes, there is. Because we at Greater Portmore High School, the student space there need additional overarching support. And so we have to be on the ground, putting our heads and hearts together as it relates to intervention plans. And sometimes these intervention plans require that we have small flow from our regular classroom to engage them. And so there is still the need for additional space, but we try our very best to work with what we have available at the time, at present.
Mm-hmm. And how did you come to hear about Angela Christian of the Angel Foundation UKJA?
All right. So I learned of Angela's efforts to member of staff, and so having learned of what she was doing, I also expressed interest, and so a meeting was set up, and she visited our school to see what can be done.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, Sir Malcolm, I would have met then a woman, I mean, meeting her for the first time, it would appear as if you'd have known her for a lifetime.
Yes, I know what you mean.
And this lady, very passionate,
Mm-hmm.
very enthused,
Oh, yes.
and was just excited and beaming about providing support for the school. And upon visiting the school and looking at the area, and she said, "Okay, we are going to make it work. We are going to make it work." And then I would now experience a very committed, dedicated, and enthusiastic woman. I find in her a no nonsense individual,
Yes.
and if she says she's going to do something, she's not going to flap up, and she's not going to come off your face
True.
because she wants to do. And so I really appreciate her energy. When we look at the space, and she indicated that she normally offer about 15 desktop computer to transform the ears and all of that with other stuff. And I remember I said to her, "We need more than 15. And she said, "We'll see what happens." And can I tell you that she surpassed the 15?
Oh, wow.
That's the energy and even things that were discussed. Once she goes out there and she sees something, she's going to say, "Oh, this will do." And we're getting chairs, we're getting decks, we're getting additional stuff that weren't initially a part of it. So that's the type of lady we're looking at. And I have absolutely no regret in meeting this lady. And I must applaud her and her team for the excellent work that they have been doing and the contribution that they are making towards education in Jamaica.
And speaking of work, what's the nature and extent of the work that the Angel Foundation UKJA has been involved in at Greater Portmore High School?
So what is happening now is that as perhaps most, if not all, Jamaicans would have been aware that when it comes on to the CSEC examination, and in particular TD, technical drawing, each high school or every high school is now required to have an AutoCAD center or AutoCAD room where the students can be able to do their drawing electronically. It is now shifting away. I think this year is the last year that they will accept the physical drawing. And so this is the purpose of the room that is being established, so that we can now have our students in using modern technology to do their technical drawing rather than using their hands. So the AutoCAD room at the Greater Portmore High School is being facilitated through Angel Foundation.
Okay, great. And is the work still fresh, or has it been completed? Are you still working at it? What's the state of play?
All right. So the state of it is that the room is 90% complete, and the 95% complete, and the shipment in terms of the contribution from Angel Foundation is currently at the wharf to be picked up on Tuesday. So it is fresh, and working towards ensuring that we are able to do the official handover. So we will definitely be communicating with Angel and her team and plan through the official handover and celebration.
Well, that looks like something to look forward to. Yes. What's the timeline you're working with?
Well, I will be touching base with Angel because we want to ensure that she is a part of the process. But once we get in this stuff on Tuesday, we will be ensuring that the room is well prepared and everything is in, so that as soon as Angel and her team is available, we will definitely be having that celebration.
That's very, very good news. We want to thank you very much and commend you for your stewardship and leadership of Greater Portmore High School, and for embracing the support being given by the Angel Foundation UKJA. We want to wish you and the entire Greater Portmore High School family all the very best for the rest of 2023 and beyond. And all things being well, we look forward to joining you on location at Greater Portmore High School for whatever presentations and that very special function in marking the official opening of that what do you call it? Your
AutoCAD room.
AutoCAD room. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Ricardo Ross, and thanks again for your patience as you waited on the line earlier on while we were engaging in conversation with a couple of our other guests. We appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Sir Malcolm, for having me, and allow me to also extend to you and your team season's greetings, and wish you and your team all the best for the rest of 2023 and beyond. And just to also mention that if we have any past students in the diaspora that would be willing to come on board and support the Greater Portmore High School as we work toward getting our bus and to establish our marching band, we welcome them on board to work with us as we continue to transform the lives of those entrusted to us at Greater Portmore High School.
And we look forward to repeating that perhaps a few times so that we can excite some past students to get on board and be a part of the development of their alma mater. Looking forward to that. Thanks again, Ricardo Ross. All the very best.
Thank you very much, sir, and have a blessed day now.
Same to you and yours. Take care. Bye-bye. Ricardo Ross, principal of Greater Portmore High School, one of the institutions being supported by the Angel Foundation UKJA. And we will be hearing more on this project. In the meantime, let's go to the break.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
13 minutes to 8 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it is 12:47 p.m. in Bamako, Mali.
Get ready for stories to motivate and inspire. Every Sunday at 4 p.m., Power 106 FM is delighted to bring you the program Rise and Shine with Phyllis, hosted by author and ordained minister of New Thought Christianity, the Reverend Dr. Phyllis Reed. Hear the tales of powerful Jamaicans at home and abroad from all walks of life who have risen above the odds to achieve great feats and to shine their light for the world to see.
Morning.
Get ready to be stimulated by inspiring.
Us to you too. All right, cool. Sure.
Welcome to Jamaica. All the picnic. Come make me have some cake and sorrel. Then we cook the party barrel. See why you're praying for mommy, daddy, granny, auntie, uncle, husband, and baby. Sing along now. Welcome home. Jamaica's welcome home. It's Christmas. Welcome home.
So we only have one.
It's Christmas. I'm flying from America. I'm happy welcome. I'm flying from Canada. I'm happy welcome. I'm flying from England. I'm happy welcome. party come from. Party will come.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and we've been featuring stakeholders in the Angel Foundation UKJA, and that foundation led by Angelia Christian, the founder of the Angel Foundation UKJA based in London, and she gets very good support from her treasurer, Mr. Martin Day, who himself has connections with one of these rural primary schools, and he'll remind us of that particular institution. Martin Day, good day to you. How are you?
Good morning, Dervan. Good morning, Dervan. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for having me on again. As always, it's a pleasure being on the radio. Obviously, this time of year, everyone's getting ready for the Christmas holiday, but obviously the work doesn't stop. As you've rightfully said, you've had loads of callers on talking about the great work that the Angel Foundation has been doing and is continuing to do, delivering projects in Jamaica. And actually, as you can say, it's a multifaceted approach in terms of working with multiple stakeholders in order to deliver these well-needed projects.
Yes. And you've been in the field, so to speak, for some time now in terms of the kind of project-oriented work and related work. When you look at the kind of impact that you've had in working on certain initiatives and projects, etc., how would you describe the work of the Angel Foundation UKJA?
I think you had the Deputy High Commissioner on in the morning.
Yes.
And she talked about, obviously, Angel and, working with her as a person and also the foundation. And then you had the principal and Leighton also came on and talked about it as well. And some of the key stuff they talked about in terms of is being focused, dedicated, and outcome-driven. And the Angel Foundation has said, look, the one thing we can say, we can set up and beat our chest to say, hey, look, you know what? We can take you to these schools and show the results of our actions, i.e., we can show you the impact in terms of that having in terms of the community. As I mentioned, we went back to my old school in Jamaica last year. Actually, myself and Angel were down when we were doing some of the handover ceremony, and that was actually just incredible to go back to my school in Benton and St. Anne, up in the rural hills, and seeing the joy in the kids' face in terms of seeing one of their old students, and actually for them it was fascinating because I walked around the school and say, yep, I remember sitting here, I remember this, I remember that, I used to play football over there, so kickball, etc., buy bulla and bread and butter and etc. from this lady down the road, etc. And being able to talk to them and you see the delight in terms of when I was engaging with them in terms of, so what do you want to be? I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a doctor. I want to, and actually then it sort of reinforces why we're doing what we're doing, because ultimately these are children in rural parts who also have aspirations as anyone else in high society or whatever else. They all want to be the best that they can be. So why not put in place resources that can empower them to be able to give them to equalize inequality that they will be facing in their local surroundings and settings. And I think that's what we are focused on in terms of driving through, in terms of the work that we're doing. It's at the core and the heart of it. Everyone that gets on board in terms of supporting the initiative also has that same desire to contribute and make an impact.
And so, Mr. Treasurer, how do you manage? Where do you get the funds from? How are you able to finance the initiatives and the projects that have been have been manifested, and some of which are still in the pipeline, so to speak.
Again, there's a wonderful lady called Angelia Christine, who is force of nature that I just said no one can say no to, and she's the ultimate. There's a phrase that goes, "Not all superheroes wear capes," and she wears a cape, and she's definitely one of those persons. As a first and foremost, you give her credit because as a woman, as a black woman, who knows how to go in front of these large corporates and say, hey, look, this is what we're doing. Whether it be, we work with some of the big brands from Jamaica, Great Food, the MBS, etc., Victoria Mutual, and all these different contributions we have had on to say, hey, look, this is what we're doing.
Yes.
What can you contribute? Can you donate X amount? As you mentioned, we've done our annual fundraising, and we have another one coming up in this time next week. We'll be in the north part of London doing our annual Christmas fundraising to raise funds, and actually showcasing the work. And these are the different ways and means that we've generated funds over the years to be able to then go and deliver these projects on the ground.
Mm-hmm. And as far as you are aware, you're pretty much sort of winding down activities right now, are you? I mean, considering that it's coming closer to Christmas time, and it's coming close to the end of the year, is now the time then?
Dervan, unfortunately, this concept of winding down, I've discovered both in my professional life and my work with the foundation doesn't really necessarily exist as such.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have peaks and troughs,
yes,
but you don't necessarily wind down. I think ultimately, because we're already planning for 2024.
Oh.
The activities. So you have, we're having to plan months in advance. So all the work we're doing now is for 2024, and actually you need to do the work now to be able to deliver the project next year. So we're not really winding down as such. Like I said to you, we have the event coming up in a few weeks next week,
yes,
which is going to be hands on deck. Of course, it's the British weather over here, so it's going to be rainy and cold, but nonetheless, we're going to have warm spirits and warm hearts and lovely music and great food and great people bringing the vibe.
Yeah, and no doubt some spirits as well.
No, all of that, everything, all of that.
But it's good though. I mean, for you, what is that feeling like, being a part of the kind of initiative that we've been discussing in terms of, for example, the work at Greater Portmore High School and the other projects, Bensonton, etc. Give us a sense of what that feels like, being a part of the team that is helping to make things happen, good things happen.
Yeah, I tell you what, there is no greater pleasure, not greater sensation, pleasure, whatever you want to allocate to it, in terms of giving from the heart. And I'm certain, people can quote numerous scriptures from, the Bible and other holy books about giving genuinely from the heart. There's no price you can put on it. And for myself personally, coming from Jamaica, coming from a rural town, if you want to call it Saka World, the hills,
yes,
where the rooster crows to wake you up, and et cetera, and I was able to call across the valley to everyone, good morning, and you walk in and you're saying hello to now being in a position as the treasurer of this amazing organization that now I'm able to go back and give back and also share my story as a son of Jamaica, a young black man working in the professional industry in the healthcare sector over here in the UK, to say, look, this is what my journey's been like. It's been, it's been rocky, it's been challenging, but I want to share my experience and I want to contribute back. And that for me just gives me an incredible sensation of pride.
Yes.
Pride, and you know, it comes to mind. If you, I remember, Cool Runnings, when the guy goes, "I am pride, I am power," you know, and that is that's you know, that internally, that thing is like the monologue I'm having internally when I'm there. So when we're going to these schools and we're working with the young people and we're talking with them and we're looking into their eyes, and that's what we mean in terms of the outcome. We're on the ground and we're delivering it, and we're looking in their eyes, and they're sharing their stories in terms of what they're aspiring to be. You can't not be inspired to continue to work, because these are the children, sons and daughters of Jamaica, of the future. So you have to take a vested interest in terms of helping to shape them. And by shaping them in the right direction, you're then going to be creating and feeding those great oak trees who are going to sustain and uplift Jamaica in the way that we want to when we are gone.
The imagery is quite striking and indeed palpable. Thank you so much, Martin Day, for adding value to this morning's edition of the Jamaican Diaspora live online here on Power 106.
Thank you, Dervan. Pleasure having you, and wishing you all and the listeners a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
And we reciprocate wholeheartedly. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care. Martin Day, Treasurer of the Angel Foundation UKJA, speaking with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
2 minutes past 8 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 5:02 a.m. in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
Here is a financial literacy tip from your friends at Power 106 FM. Start an emergency fund. A mantra in personal finance is pay yourself first, which means saving money for emergency. It's Christmas. Are you coming from London? Birmingham and Brixton. If you're flying from Florida, Washington, New York, Atlanta, Boston, Philadelphia.
All right, cool.
Toronto, Winnipeg, Vancouver. Yes, we glad you won't left the freezer. But you are Irish one, Jamaican winter. Y'all like you big things. Make we no stick things. Long time we no see. Make we go to the street. Jump around and sing. Make we sound ring. One of the ways and swing. But y'all and sing. Welcome back to
Jamaica. Boyfriend and girlfriend, welcome to Jamaica. To all the people there, yes.
What's the word? Should
and why we're here today.
And what turning point? How did you make that transition?
I think there was a couple of things. I think seeing my mum cry in the courtroom was a wake up call for me, because when we commit crime or take bad choices, it's not just us that it affects. And I had that real realization. So wanting to make my mum proud was a massive driving force. Also, the time that I had to spend away, I didn't want to be that individual that keeps going in and out of prison and doesn't do anything with his life. I wanted to be someone who was successful, was happy, had children and looked after family. I wanted to be that individual. And the last point was not wanting to see other people go through it. So those 3 points was the catalyst that made me say, I have to change, I have to do better for my family, use this to help other young people and actually do something with my life. I'm someone who has 4 children, who raises his family. As I said, my youngest just turned 7 today, it's her birthday today.
Oh,
so,
sweet.
These things are really important to me.
Yes. And so I hear you are coming to Jamaica pretty soon, or not too long from now.
So I'm excited to link up with Angel Foundation. So we've known of each other for a while. I was delivering in, I think it was ISIS prison. We was delivering in, and we met up with Angel. And Angel then, was looking to bring someone into the schools, and saw my name and looked me up and saw some of the work and said, this is the person. With Angel, when she gets a calling and she gets a feeling, she follows it. And she connected with me, and it resonates. I visualized doing this type of work internationally. I visualized working in Jamaica. My family's from Jamaica, my mum and my dad, so I'm in Jamaica anyway, year after year. So it's an exciting opportunity to reach out to young people that aren't in the UK, that's in a Caribbean country, that have got different hurdles, and give them personal development and give them hope and give them belief and inspire them and share my story and the tools that have helped me, share some of those tools with the young people. And we can only hope that even one takes it on and does something powerful with their life. And that will be all that's required.
Well, we thank you very much for readily joining us for a few minutes. That's a teaser, actually, a sample in terms of getting the word out early, and we'll have opportunities leading up to that period of time that you will be here in Jamaica. We'll have an opportunity to preview, to get people ready for your presentations, etc. So we're looking forward to that. In the meantime, how can we follow you online?
So my name is Christopher Cyrus. So if you go to Instagram and put in Christopher Cyrus with the SYRUS, then you'll see there. The business is Cyrus Consultancy, SYRUS Consultancy. So you can go on the website, you can order books. So the poetry book of my testimony of my journey is on the book, and you can see the services that we deliver. So you can find me in those places.
We're looking forward to that. Thank you so much for the work that you have been doing so far. Tremendous work. And we're definitely looking forward to speaking with you again in the very near future.
Thank you for having me. Much blessings.
Blessings to you too. Take care. Christopher Cyrus, personal development speaker, coach, and workshop facilitator. And we're looking forward to those interviews and presentations. For now, though, thank you very much. All the very best for the rest of 2023 and beyond. Take care. Bye-bye.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
16 minutes past 8 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it is 4:16 a.m. in Anchorage, Alaska.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
I love the smell of Christmas pudding and cakes and kitchen baking.
We're Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, the Jamaican Diaspora, live online on Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. It's just past 8:15, and that means it's time for Diaspora Connect. And just before we do that, bear with us, please. We make adjustments every now and then to facilitate our guests in terms of time and related matters. So Precious Wilson is going to be speaking with us. She is Sales and Marketing Representative, Stewart's Hardware. And she only has just a few minutes to spare because her hands are full. So we're going to just have that interview right now within 5 minutes. And then we come to our guest in the Diaspora Connect segment of the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online. So let's say hello, welcome, and season's greetings to Precious Wilson. Oh my goodness, it's that time of year already?
Yes, it is, Dervan. Good morning to you and your team. Good morning to all our listeners in the Diaspora Line Live, and also to our customers here in Jamaica. Very welcome and good morning to you.
Many, many returns to you and your team, Precious Wilson. So go ahead and give it to us, as it were.
Well, Dervan, this is this time of the year again. Our annual Customer Appreciation Day sale. And this will take place on Monday and Tuesday, which is the 11th and 12th of December. And that will be all our stores in Jamaica. We have our location in Mandeville, and that's on the Winston Jones Highway. We have Lionel Town, which is opposite the Lionel Town Hospital. And we have Old Harbor, which is on East Street, Longville Park, which is in the Longville Park Plaza, and of course, Maypen, which is the main store here on Manchester Avenue in Maypen. And Dervan, every single item will be discounted. And as usual, you know, Stewart's have from a pin to an anchor. So whatever you're doing in the construction industry, Stewart's Hardware is the place of choice. Every single item will be discounted. And remember, we also have remittance services where you can ask your friends, family, to send all their money to one of these agencies. You collect your money and do your shopping right here at Stewart's Hardware. So for the remittance services, we have JMMB, under which comes Zoom and Ria. We have JN MoneyGram and JN Money Services. We have Victoria Mutual and Western Union. So we have it all as a complete package. So our customers can enjoy all the shopping experiences we'll be offering. Because, you know, this is the time of the year that we give back to our customers.
And remind us of the period of time that you have the special going. The
special will be on Monday and Tuesday. That's the 11th and 12th. That's this Monday coming and this Tuesday coming. And the prices are fantastic. And of course, you know, we have basically everything. Where we don't have it, we can source it.
Okay. And as you said, it's all your stores, all your Stewart's Hardware outlets.
Across all 5 locations. And you can send in your orders or your queries, and you can start today. Customer service at stewartshardware.com. That's one of the email address. And we also have info at stewartshardware.com. And you can WhatsApp, call, or text us at 876-820-7500. or 876-789-1431. I repeat those numbers, Dervan.
Sure.
It's 876-820-7500 and 876-789-1431. And let me tell you, we will have some fantastic prices. We're just asking the customer to come out and enjoy all these experiences.
Well, we thank you as usual for ensuring that we don't forget what usually happens around this time of the year to keep it going. It's very, very good going. It's quite a tradition, a very rich tradition. And we want to encourage all potential shoppers and those already shopping to check out Stewart's Hardware, all 5 locations, and be a part of the experience and get your piece of the bargain, as it were. How about that?
Great, Dervan. Indeed, it will be fantastic. The vibes are already there, so we know exactly what to expect.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, as usual, Precious Wilson, for the work that you continue to do. And we look forward to speaking with you again sooner than later.
Okay, Dervan, thanks a lot, and you have a fabulous day now.
You too.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. Take care. Bye.
Okay, then. Bye-bye.
Bye. That's Precious Wilson, Sales and Marketing Representative at Stewart's Hardware, speaking with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online. And we thank our guest waiting in the wings for our next segment for her patience and understanding. We're talking about the president and the president of Sunshine Women's Medical Center. She's a family nurse practitioner at Sunshine Women's Medical Center. She was born and raised in Jamaica. She has been in women's health and the healthcare industry in general for more than 25 years, with a master's degree in nursing as a family nurse practitioner from Nova Southeastern University. She's board certified by the American Nurses Credentialing Center, ANCC, and is a member of several local and national chapters for nurse practitioners in the USA. She's an adjunct professor of nursing at Chamberlain University College. Chamberlain University College of Nursing since 2017, as well as a preceptor and mentor for graduate level healthcare professionals. She has a passion for women's health with a mission to bring her expertise to the women of Jamaica and provide accessible and affordable care, in addition to providing optimal women's health care. She wants to educate the population about the importance of maintaining good health, and she's inviting us to join her on this incredible journey. And we could say a few more things. We're just watching the clock at the same time before we tell you who our guest is. And what we can say in the meantime, we can thank Jacqueline, for her behind the scenes work under the stewardship of Peter Gracie, the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council representative for the Southern USA. And if you have been following, then you would know who our guest is. If you haven't been following, then you'll just have to wait for that grand announcement. So let's do this now. So our very special guest at this time is, oh, we're coming up to a break as well. Talk about suspense. we have a break. So let's take the break and come right back to our guest.
Help us protect Jamaica's borders. Tell us about any illegal guns coming through customs controlled areas. Call Crime Stop at 311. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
29 minutes past 8 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 9:29 in Beijing, China, 9:29 p.m.
Mosquitoes will breed in containers that hold water. Tightly cover water storage containers such as drums, buckets, and tanks, or cover the water surface with cooking oil. Punch holes in all tins, plastic containers, and boxes to prevent the collection of water before disposal. Cover old tires or fill with dirt. Scrub all vases once per week to remove mosquito eggs and dispose of garbage by placing in plastic bags. Do your part to prevent mosquito breeding.
A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Power 106 FM, the digital sound, now reaching you in more ways. Listen to us on 106.1 to 106.9 on the FM band. You can also listen to us on the Power 106 FM app, which you can download on the Google Play Store or the App Store. Plus, listen to us on onespotmedia.com and the One Spot Media app, or log on to go-jamaica.com. Power 106 FM, where all views can contend, giving you powerful talk radio in so many ways, on air and online.
And so we are delighted to introduce to you Nancy Fong Edwards. She is the president and family nurse practitioner at Sunshine Women's Medical Center. And she was born and raised in Jamaica. Where else? But Jamaica. She has been in women's health and the healthcare industry for more than 25 years with a master's degree in nursing as a family nurse practitioner from Nova Southeastern University. She is board certified by the American Nurses Credentialing Center, ANCC, and is a member of several local and national chapters for nurse practitioners in the USA. Nancy is an adjunct professor of nursing at Chamberlain University College of Nursing since 2017, as well as a preceptor and mentor for graduate level healthcare professionals. Nancy has a passion for women's health with a mission to bring her expertise to the women of Jamaica and provide accessible and affordable care. In addition to providing optimal women's health care, she wants to educate the population about the importance of maintaining good health. Let's say hello, good morning, and welcome to Nancy Fong Edwards. Good morning to you. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Oh,
Thank you for that introduction.
You deserve that and a whole lot more for the tremendous work that you have been doing. And already we have learned so much about you in a short space of time. And so we want to go beyond that now, in a manner of speaking. Now, but seriously, in terms of where you are now and what you have achieved thus far, are you where you planned to be?
I'm nowhere where I plan to be, but I'm starting. And we started this project a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
In 2022 January. My aunt passed away from cervical cancer.
Uh-oh.
And this is something we spoke about before she passed away, before the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And she said she had a pap smear and everything was okay. And we talk about, how we're going to fix her issue. But the pandemic came in and that didn't, nothing happened. They weren't doing any surgery. So she went into the hospital last year only to find out that she had stage 4 cervical cancer. Within 90 days, she died. She passed away from complications. And I thought to myself, I have to do something because I realized that education is lacking. And if you are not educated on what's going on, then it's kind of hard for you to follow up because she thought everything was okay.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple years later, she was dead.
Oh, no.
So I decided I wanted to do something, and I didn't want to do something that, you come and you do a couple of days and, talk to people. I wanted to do something that was long-term where people can come and, get affordable continuous care. So that's how Sunshine Medical Center came about.
Yeah, well, condolences.
Thank you.
And may you draw strength from, continue to draw strength from your family member. You said your aunt?
My aunt, yes. She was 47. We grew up together, so it was very, we're very close.
Yes. So, go ahead.
So what's happening is that when I got the opportunity to open this clinic in Montego Bay, I figured this was God's way of saying, this is how you're going to help the women, in our country. And it has been a tremendous experience. Like, the support has been wonderful. Once I got started, I was able to reopen in May, and we gave away a lot of pap smears, and we gave away a lot of, just health screening, because that's what I wanted to do. And the people are so grateful for it. I want people to understand that it is not very hard to get, your test done, especially pap smear, cervical screening. A lot of people only go to the doctor when they're sick or when they're having a problem. But it's important to go and get your screening done, because with screening, especially pap smears, it's a preventable disease. Cervical cancer is preventable. And once you get your screening done, the doctors can do what they need to do to stop the disease from progressing. Now, people also need to understand how you get HPV virus, which causes cervical cancer. It's sexually transmitted. There's no way for a man to know, but a woman through pap smear can find out if they do have cervical cancer. So it's important to go every year and get your pap smear done and follow the protocol. It is preventable, and if one person at a time, we can help each other to prevent this disease from taking another life.
Yes. So you are already set up in Jamaica and Montego Bay?
Absolutely. We've been open since May of this year.
Oh,
we are at 23.5 Orange Street, and we're open and we're serving people.
Right. And what can you tell us with respect to how you operate? Just give us a general sense of what the operations are like at your health facility, Sunshine Women's Medical Center.
So we're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5. We provide in women's health care. You can come in, you can get your pap smear done, you can get your women's health service. And one of the things that I emphasize is giving that patient their results in a timely manner, because that's one of the issues, that people are not getting their results back, so they don't know where they stand health-wise. So we are open. We are providing these services. And I'm hoping that one day we can get to a place through donations that we don't have to turn anybody away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're also doing a lot of things in the community. Like, for example, in August, we did a back-to-school drive. the community was very happy for that. We gave away over 200 book bags and school supplies. And since we started, I've also realized that there's a need for mental health in our community and women. So I'm putting on free events that support, the people in the community. On December 26th, a good friend of mine, Delvina Thomas, a psychiatrist out of South Florida, she's bringing her team, and we're going to have a free mental health day on December 26th from 10 to 4 p.m. No matter what your issue is, come on over and we will be able to help. And this is all free. This is open to the public and it is a free service for the whole day.
Sounds like in a short space of time, you've really established your operations in a manner that that prepares you for what is to come in terms of your footprints, literally and figuratively, are concerned.
We really have. What I've realized is that a lot of people are so willing to help, but sometimes people don't know where to start.
Yes.
So for me, by us having this foundation, so many people are willing to come on board and help us to get our mission, out there and help the people. And let me tell you, the Jamaican people are so grateful. I'm also going into schools to educate the students about this disease, like in the high school.
Yes.
And I'm just trying to spread awareness. I really am spreading awareness because it is cervical cancer is something that is preventable. So, I want to say that starting wasn't very easy, but sticking to the course led us to where we are today. And I know that this is going to be a very good thing for our community.
And what can you tell us with respect to the kind of reception? I think you've touched on that to some extent, but in general terms, the kind of reception that how has the community received your Sunshine Women's Medical Center?
It is well received. So far, I have met nothing but nice people, very nice, kind people who are so willing to help. Not just the professionals, but even the people in the community. We're very close to this community. I think it's called Garrison in Montego Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And when those people come over, they are so appreciative of the things that we're doing and the things that we provide to them. And the services that we provide at Sunshine Women's Medical Center is also very affordable. So that's another thing. It's very affordable.
That is key because usually that, and I don't know if it's a global phenomenon, but there's a feeling that when it comes on to certain health checks, medical matters, that some of us just resign ourselves to not doing it because, as far as we are concerned, we cannot afford it.
Absolutely. So that's my mission: is to provide good affordable care and accessible care to the patient. And I like I said, I'm hoping that one day we don't have to turn anybody away. And the way things are looking, I think we're going to get there. I think we're going to get there.
Yeah. And so, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask now about wait times. How are you doing in that regard, in terms of being able to, in a fluid way, just keep the patients, the clients, moving in and out, so to speak, in a reasonable time?
I'm so glad you touched on that, because another issue in Jamaica is that when people go to clinics and offices, doctors' offices, they wait for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
I pride myself in trying to get clients out of the office within an hour. If it's more than an hour, it must be for something else. They're there for another reason, like a procedure or something that takes a longer time. But people's time is very important, and I value people's time. So as much as we can, depending on how busy the day is, we should be out of there within an hour.
Right. And how much can you do at Sunshine Women's Medical Center in terms of the resources, the equipment, and other elements needed for a smooth running operation?
I'm glad you asked that question. We are fully equipped. We can do ultrasound. We have ultrasound on the spot. That's something else I need the public to know, that we do offer ultrasound services. I mean, we can do biopsies. We can do endometrial biopsies. We can pretty much do any GYN, non-invasive, I should say, procedure right there in the office.
Mm-hmm.
So we are a fully equipped medical office.
Yes. And in terms of the I think you gave us the hours already earlier on. Just remind us.
Okay. So our hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we do Saturdays by appointments only.
Okay.
We are at 23.5 Orange Street, Montego Bay. Our phone number is 786-525-8563. You can also find us on the web at www.sunshinewomensmedical.com.
And I'm going to ask you just to slow it down a bit so that we can, just in case someone is trying to catch those numbers.
Sure. Okay. Our phone number is 786-525-8563. And the website is www.sunshinewomensmedicalcenter.com.
Okay, hold it right there. One moment, please. Maybe a couple more questions for you before we let you go. And then right after this break.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
15 minutes to 9 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House 32, Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it is 10:45 p.m. in Tokyo, Japan.
Tune in every Thursday at 3:30 p.m. for Your Legal Corner with Dana Walker Huntington, doing both sides of the story with Dervan Malcolm on Power 106 FM. It's your source of information regarding U.S. immigration matters, combined with Power 106 FM's pioneer of diaspora broadcasting. Call in with your U.S. immigration queries and concerns on 876-9224-11225. Or send a text or WhatsApp message to 876-279-8598 and get the answers you need for your U.S. immigration questions. That's Your Legal Corner with Dana Walker Huntington, Thursdays at 3:30 p.m. during both sides of the story with Dervan Malcolm, only on Power 106 FM.
Sing along now, welcome home. Jamaicans, welcome home. It's Christmas, welcome home. Jamaicans, welcome home. It's Christmas.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. Our very special guest is the president of Sunshine Women's Medical Center in Montego Bay, Jamaica. And she is Nancy Fong Edwards. And we have been learning a lot, actually. And this is quite useful information. Now, well, thank you very much for holding the line, Nancy Fong Edwards. In terms of and this is just my curiosity, in terms of your experience, what you see happen at Sunshine Women's Medical Center, are the females usually accompanied by their male counterparts?
Sometimes they do come in, which is, I find it unusual for Jamaica. But yes, they do sometimes come in, and this is important because they need education as well.
That's right. That is, and the support, the natural support there is essential. I mean, we shouldn't have to raise that subject, but I was just curious because I the general feeling and thinking is that the women have to, for example, take the children to the doctor when they need to go there, and the frequency with which the men have to do it, etc. We're not setting one against the other, just trying to get a
Not at
sense. But from what you have seen, it's
we have seen a lot of male support, and like I said, it was unusual for me to see, but I'm very proud of the young men who are, supporting their wives or their girlfriend. It is very important, and I really appreciate that. Education is important, and when they come in, I also involve them in the care. Of course, if the patient is okay with that, because you've got to make everybody feel like they're not just a number, and that's one of the things that we pride ourselves on at Sunshine Women Medical Center, is that everybody counts. You feel special. Everybody's special.
Yes.
And we want you to know that you're special. We do care. And this women's health is something that I do with a passion. I would do it for free if I could.
Wow.
That's how important it is to me.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing is that everyone at our office feels the same way. And that's why I feel like I'm so blessed. God has blessed me with so much. The things that we have been able to do within the last, I want to say it's the last 6-7 months, it's unbelievable. And He has guided us and put us in places and positions that I know that we will be doing a lot more. Like, for example, I have an initiative that's coming up with Mr. Peter Gracie.
Yes.
The Jamaican Diaspora Council.
Mm-hmm.
We are forming an organization.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Strength to Breathe, and what it is, I'm pretty sure you're aware of the Strength to Breathe that's going on in the schools already, Mr. Gracie.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be, Sunshine Women's Medical Center is going to be providing mental health and wellness to the schools, especially primary care students.
Excellent.
So we're trying to get in there to educate students, teachers, and families, especially the teachers and parents, how to identify crises in children, and provide resources for them to be able to take care of that. Because mental health is a stigma in Jamaica. People think that you're just mad.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that we have to take care of our children as well.
Yes.
And we have to teach them, what is right from wrong. And if we don't, then the internet will teach them. And so that's what the thing that we're doing. So like I said, this has started one place, but just so many other aspects and so many things are coming in. And, and it's all to help the people of Jamaica.
And it seems your purpose is manifesting even more, and it's bubbling over, as the song says.
Absolutely. It's funny you said manifestation, because a very good friend of mine actually predicted this day. Mm-hmm. When I started this mission, he said to me, I think you're doing a great thing, and I'm going to see you talking to people. I'm going to see you on TV and on the radio educating people, and I believe in you. And let me tell you, that means the world to me, because when you get up and think of opening a clinic in Jamaica, many people think you're kind of crazy for doing this. But the support that I received was tremendous, and it is still there, and everybody has been wonderful so far. So I want to give a little shout out, if you don't mind.
Sure. No, by all means. Take all the time you need. Go ahead, please.
Okay, so that friend that manifested this is Darren Monty. Thank you so much for your support from day one. My daughter Renee.
Oh, that's him. Oh, sorry to cut you, but that's Darren. He sent a message on YouTube. He says, "This is very interesting." Sorry, go ahead.
Well, he has been supporting me since this was just a dream, since it was just a thought in my head. And, I just want to say that I want to say thank you so much. Your support means the world to me. And we're going to do a lot more for our people in Jamaica. My daughter, Renee King, Nurse William, I have to say, let me see who else I have here. Of course, Mr. Peter Gracie, for having me here this morning, and you, Mr. Malcolm, for having us on your show this morning. I want to say thank you so much. We're doing good things. 2024 is going to be a good year for Sunshine Women's Medical Center. And I hope that, people will know about us, know that we're there, know what the services that we're providing, because we do have a hard time with the advertising and getting people, to know that we're there sometimes. That was the most challenging part in the beginning. So I just want everybody to know that we're there and the services that we provide. So I want to say thank you so much for having us this morning.
I wasn't paying attention. I didn't realize so many people were online, just responding to all that they're hearing. Let's see. This one here. Where is it? Right. Alfonso Grenell says, powerful testimony. And Charlton Chan says, good work, Nancy Fong. And let's see who else. Amazing, says Renz Brooks. Natalie Marie Bernal says, great work. And let's see. Anthony Jackson says, morning, Dervan. This is a usual request. Please send a birthday wish for my beautiful wife, Maria, who is in Boston, and I'm in Cuba. Please and thank you. Well, I hope you both heard Anthony Jackson. Patrick G. Perrin, Pastor Perrin, says, thanks for this interesting interview with Sunshine Women's Medical Center. And then he asks, is the 786 a new area code for Montego Bay?
No, it's 876.
All right, it's 876, Pastor Perrin, 876. And Lorna Shelton Beck in where's she? South Carolina, saying great morning to you, Dervan. Thank you very much. So looks like Nancy is stirring up all kinds of exciting and wonderful things. Well done.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I really just want to help. I want to help the people in Jamaica. And I feel like if each and every one of us who has had the opportunity to leave and come back and do just a small thing for somebody else who is not able to do it for themselves or who may not even know.
Yeah.
I think that this will make our island a better place.
That's right. The song says, if I can help somebody as I pass along, then my living shall not be in vain.
Amen to that.
Indeed. Well, we could talk with you all day, but we're sure you also have other matters to deal with. But we want to thank you so much for adding value to this morning's edition of the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online here on Power 106 FM. Here's Joan Richardson, who is in Bermuda, saying, good morning, Sir D and guest nurse Williams. Very happy to know you are in my friendly city. Will stop by on my next visit. So the word is getting around.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
Sure, no problem. I'll just ask you now to leave your contact details so that our listeners and viewers can find you and experience the high quality service that you have at this place that is going to become so much more popular than it is right now. You can tell, Sunshine Women's Medical Center. So it's Sunshine Women's Medical Center, Montego Bay, but more precisely, I think you said 23.5 Orange Street.
Correct.
And the community is called Garrison.
It's close by Garrison.
Close.
Garrison is it's close by.
Okay.
It's just it's right next to the RDR station and Cornwall College.
Okay, Cornwall College, a school with my favorite motto, learn or leave. I'm kidding. All right, so thank you. We can't thank you enough.
And the phone number is 786
mm-hmm.
525 8563. 786 525 8563. I'm not sure where the other area code is coming from, but we still have our 78.
No, it's
876.
876. So that's
876. Our original area code 876 525 8563.
All right, great.
I'm the one who's saying that wrong.
Don't worry about it. We've got you.
876.
All right,
All right.
great. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So, listeners, here's a good number to have health-wise, especially for our women. 876-525-8563. And let's see what we have here. Is out of... Oh, somebody wants me to announce that 65 Old Harbor Road is out of electricity from yesterday at 2 p.m. Sorry to hear that. Over to the Jamaica Public Service Company. And the person says JPS have not turned up and the wire is burnt off. Uh-oh. All right, we'll forward this information to Audrey Williams of Jamaica Public Service Company. All right, thank you. Thanks again, Nancy Fong Edwards. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for being our guest, and we look forward to sharing many, many, many more conversations with you. And who knows, maybe just a pop-up visit to get to see the operations, if that is allowed. If not, then it's still fine.
Absolutely, it is allowed, and we're also on Instagram, so they can, or your listeners can actually have a view of what our office looks like.
Okay, wonderful.
Sunshine Women's Medical Center on Instagram. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. All the best. Take care, and all the best for the rest of 2023 and beyond. Bye. Okay, bye-bye. That's it. Can we thank you once again for the privilege of serving you on yet another edition of the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. All things being well, the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online returns next Saturday. Till then, this is Dervan Malcolm on behalf of Chandel Forbes and Celise Pinnock, wishing all of us a peaceful and safe weekend. Take care.
Thank you for joining the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online with Dervan Malcolm, only on Power 106 FM.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
9:01 on Power 106.
Making your radio sound better. This is Power 106.
Hi, Miss Barker. Morning. How are you? I really appreciate your listenership and support.
Yes, yes. Well, you have a wonderful day.
And you too.
And a safe journey home.
Thank you. Although my wife has sent me out already, so I have to go.
Oh, you have to go there.
Yes.
Remember that.
Yeah, man, I will not forget. As I said, it's because of that that moment, that space and time that I didn't want to just bring everybody into that space. He's in demand. What a thing. And the very same to you. Thank you very much. Okay, take care. Bye.